Okay, guys, I'm back for part two, step two in the journaling by fives, um, and I'm going to be adding some images, some recycled things, some scraps, um, some ephemera, just little bits and pieces of things that haven't been used that are sitting around here. That's another good reason to do this particular project because you get to use up a lot of your things that have just been sitting in boxes or containers waiting for you to use them. So let me get my phone so I can turn on my timer. Okay, and we'll get started. Let's see. Here we go, 15 minutes. All right. And I'm going to hit the timer now. All right. It's go time. Okay. Let's see. Come back and fix those corners later. I'll just go ahead and get a little something on every page. And then if there's time, I'll come back and, do something else. I'll add a little bit more if time allows. This is a picture. My granddaughter drew this. I'm going to move it up here, I think. She gave me some scraps one day, and she said, Nana, I brought you some papers that you can use in your art. So sweet. She's 7 now. That was just precious. She knew I used scraps and throwaways and stuff like that, so she wanted to make sure I had some of her scraps. Okay, let's see. This one's got a lot of little places for glue. This is where I punched some flowers out of a jelly print. Okay. Go do that over here. Tore. Very fragile. Here we go. That's good enough for now. Oops. I'm tearing it now because it's sticking to my fingers. I'm rubbing away this glue because it's the kind that turns into a temporary adhesive when it dries, and I do not want these pages to stick together. Okay. Seat. This is a tea bag package. The tea bag was in. My initial. Here's my other initial. I'm going to go ahead and put it in here while I see it laying there in that pile. Oopsie. Okay, let's see. Here's a little birdie that I didn't use from a project. Well, it's most of the birdie. It needs some more added to it, but the body and the wing of a birdie anyway. Okay, let's see. This is part of a napkin. Ooh, that's going through. Ooh, stick it to me. Yep, hope that dries good. We'll go back and check on it later. Okay, here's a Cracker Jack label. And there's a sticker inside. Put that on too. Okay, let's see. Some flowers. A couple of those here. Okay. It's a pretty little star or something, punched flower or something. Okay, here's a candy wrapper. I hope this sticks down well. This is pretty slick. Chocolate. Okay. Come back and tend to that more later. Make sure it's stuck down. And here's another flower or leftover from a flower being punched. Okay. Flower that was stamped on a magazine page. Okay. The postage stamp. It's a piece of tissue. I hope this glue works here too. Tissue paper stamped on. Okay. This came off of a piece of packaging, some kind of art or craft supplies. Pretty little flourish, so I tore it off the packaging. Had no idea what I was going to use it for, but this sure turns out to be a cool way to use it. Okay, let's see. Here's a leaf, jelly printed. A leaf that I cut out of a jelly print paper. Okay. There's some random stamping I did on scrap paper one day. Let's go up here. Oh, that was the last page. Okay, good. So since I have time, I'll go back and put in a few more here and there. Let's see. A little scrap. Something down there because that is sticky now. Let's see. There's another little birdie punched, or die cut actually. And there's another postage from an envelope. Ooh, that's coming up. That ink on the security envelope's coming up on this glue. Ew. Okay. Wipe that off. It's pretty yucky. Let's see. Trying to find. Here's a little thing that came off of a notepad. I wrote on the sheet from the tablet, and this was the decoration on the notepad. It's talking about coffee. The early bird gets the first cup, it says. I'm usually the late bird, and I still get the first cup because I'm the only one here that drinks it. Oh, there's some flowers. Let's put these on this page. I'll glue the rest of that down later, but I'm not on the clock. Okay, here's a pretty flourish that I was testing out a stamp on a book page. Let's see. Maybe I should put that on the birdie's tail. Okay. This is pretty. This was a die cut of some pennants. Pop of color there. Like it needs a pop of color, huh? from a product package. It says Pink Fresh Studio. This glue is really sticky, which I guess that's the way it should be. It's glue, but still. Here's a fortune from a fortune cookie that says, "You have a keen sense of humor and love a good time." All right. So it's just a strip of scrapbook paper that cut into an arrow at some point and didn't use. Okay, so there's my timer. So that's the last piece I'll get in for this time, and maybe if I go through again, I can add more of these. All right. Okay. So here's what we have so far. It looks like a lot of nothing right now, that's for sure. But it'll turn into something pretty cool as we add. Next comes stamping and stenciling or stenciling. So that's going to add some cool things on the pages also. Oh, that one I skipped, sorry. And then there's also a section where, excuse me, where I'll add images from like magazines, and then the last step will be where I can go around and outline these things in a pen or marker or something like that. So it's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to each step now. I think the part that took the longest was actually gluing the pages together in the composition book. And then, you know, getting your images and things like that together, of course, takes some time. But the rest of this is just so quick and fun. So I hope you guys will all take up the challenge and give it a try. It's cool. And at the end of a very short time, you've got a 20-page art journal that's pretty much done. So keep coming back, and I'll continue with step 3 probably tomorrow. And I appreciate everybody watching and all of your support. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.